With Final Destination Bloodlines now being out in cinemas, what's not a better time to rank all of the Final Destination movies? So, it's my opinion. I'm going to go from what I think is the worst Final Destination movie to the best one. I'm going to be including Bloodlines. So at number 6, I don't think this is much of a surprise. I've got The Final Destination, The Final Destination, or Final Destination 4, or Final Destination 3D. This movie is abysmal. It's really bad. I mean, to all the 3D effects, which are just atrocious, to just some characters that you don't care about, some very poor dialogue, not good writing, just not good acting, and it's just a mess. I don't really know what to say. I mean, it does kind of border on being like so bad that it's good, but still, it's still very close to being just unwatchable. So for me, this movie is like a 3 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10 or something. 1 out of 5 stars or something. I don't really know what to say. It's just really, really bad. So, yeah. And number 5, maybe I'm going to get quite a lot of hate for this, but definitely a step up. I think that this movie, I think I'll give like a 3 out of 5 or something, like a 6 out of 10. I've got Final Destination 2 at number 5. So, I don't know. I thought this movie has some good kills and stuff. You've got the opening scene, the premonition or whatever, with the highway accident or whatever. And that scene is effective, like with the log trucks now. People are scared of that seriously now. So, and it's all because of this movie. So I think that the opening premonition and stuff is executed well. It's very over the top and stuff, but that's kind of, so it's very Final Destination vibes or esque or whatever. But you've got some good kills here too. I don't know. I just felt like I just wasn't. I just felt like I wasn't that the biggest fan of the main character. I forgot what the main character's name was, but and I just felt like Claire in this movie just I didn't think that she was that great. And I don't know. I remember the opening scene, of course, the highway accident. I remember the elevator kill. I think some like dentist kill or something like that. And then you've got like a kid that gets like uh, kind of a pair of glass or whatever on his head or whatever, and it's very over the top and quite sudden. It's fine, but it's not my favorite in the franchise, which might be a hot take or whatever. But oh well. And number 4, I've got Final Destination 3. For a lot of people, this is the favorite in the franchise, and I understand why. So like positives, you got Mary Elizabeth Winstead in here. I forgot what her character. I think her character was called like Wendy in the movie or something. And her character is really great in this movie. She's got some. She's a likable character. She's a good like main character and a protagonist. She's not annoying in any way, and she has some good acting skills and stuff. Of the actress playing this character. So you've got some strong acting here, and the like roller coaster opening or premonition or whatever. It's effective. It's a little bit CGI driven or filled. So it's definitely, I definitely think that it's one of the more like goofy opening premonitions or whatever. But it's just such a simple idea, like just a roller coaster, whatever. I bet that a lot of us has had fears of. I bet that quite a lot of us at least has had a fear whether that when you're on a roller coaster that's gonna like stop working or something. I don't know if that was because of Final Destination 3. Even before I saw Final Destination 3, that was one of my fears. So I think that the opening scene with is executed well. You've got some good kills here. It's very, very over the top and very off CGI, but it's a lot of blood. You've got some memorable kills, like the tanning bed kill, of course. You've got oh my god. The tanning bed kill is like the only one that I remember. I don't know why. But I remember the kills at least in the movie being being good, and it's on the same rating as I gave Final Destination 2. It's on like a 3 out of 5 or 6 out of 10. I just like it a little bit more because I just feel like, I don't know, I just really like the main character and stuff, and yeah, but I like it though, I like it. At number 3, I've got Final Destination, the OG, the original movie. I may not say, this was the movie that started the whole franchise. It was kind of like a unique idea on horror, and it was a very over the top horror movie back then, I guess, but still is all the Final Destination movies. The plane crash and stuff is pretty iconic for horror films or whatever. Now, Flight 180, you've got it's something that you remember and something that sticks in your head. I think you've got some good kills here. I remember the one where I know what the character was called, but it's when a person, it's like the first kill in the movie. I actually think the person gets like a wire when he's in the bathroom or something. I think I remember a kill of like when there's someone in the kitchen, and then that like she causes a fire or something, and then it like gets like she can't escape or go anywhere. You've got some pretty good kills here. Uh, I think this one is I like this movie a lot. It is goofy, just like all the Final Destination movies. This was back in the day until Final Destination 5. The makers of the films and stuff like that, the creators, kind of had like a little wink. That's actually when they thought like, we understand that these movies are really really stupid and stuff, but now actually just having a bit more fun. Uh, so I don't know what to say. I don't know if I'd call it like a horror classic or something, but it's definitely a horror film that I will remember. And number 2, I've got Final Destination 5. Uh, from the fourth movie, which was absolutely trash, this fifth movie, it was kind of like a little comeback, and this fifth movie, it was a great comeback. You've got, at play here, you've got a lot of like 3D effects and stuff, but it's way better handled, I guess. I think you've got the bridge opening sequence or whatever, bridge collapsing, I think is very good. It's intense, it's over the top, of course. You've got some memorable kills here. You've got the uh, eye laser kill, whatever. You've got the gymnastics kill. Uh, you've got some effective scenes here. I think you've got you have a nice scene here with Tony Todd. You've got a kill where there's like a man in like some, how do you say, some like massage place or something, where he's got like needles in him or something, and then he falls over, and then brutal scenes. I really enjoyed this one. I think that it's one of the better written movies and stuff. I liked the characters. I thought the finale was good, and and this one has a lot of memorable scenes and kills, and I think it's very fun. So no, even though these movies are very very stupid, I can definitely forgive them and give them like high ratings, because I think that I would still say that like all the Final Destination movies are somewhat like kind of like dark comedy, because you can't watch these movies and take them extremely serious, especially when you get to movies like the ones that I have just so outrageous over the top deaths. But Final Destination 5 for me, and like in terms of enjoyability or something, I don't know. It's like an 8 out of 10 or something for me. So yeah. And at number 1, I've got the new movie, Final Destination Bloodlines. I saw this movie quite early in the cinema, and I had remembered that I wasn't like the biggest fan. I still am not like the biggest fan of the Final Destination movies, but they're definitely something, a franchise that I remember and that sticks with me. Final Destination Bloodlines, I was very happy about. I watched this with my dad. He actually, he's not someone that enjoys horror movies at all. Well, for example, uh, when I watched went to the cinema to see Terrifier 3 with him, I gave it like an 8 out of 10. He gave it a half star, a 1 out of 10. So there you see. But he had seen the first Final Destination, and he gave it a 7 out of 10. And I was just like, these movies are so stupid. Why does he like this one? And he's just like, and he said like, yeah, but it's this movie was unique for at the time, the first Final Destination, and the movies know that they are stupid and stuff. he liked this Final Destination Bloodlines. He liked the new movie. I really liked it. Uh, First up, it's something a bit different with the concept. I mean, the premonition first, opening premonition, is probably my favorite in my franchise. It is in the franchise for me. It's really good. It's really, really much tension. It's a bit more slow paced, but the tension and just how they do it with the music and stuff, and how they do like, oh, shout a little bit louder now, shout a little bit louder now. Woo! Man, that song is getting stuck in my head now. First thing I think of is shout, Final Destination Bloodlines. So opening premonition or whatever or scene, it's longer. I think it goes on for like 20 minutes or something, but it's very effective, and it's nail biting. I was on the edge of my seat. I mean, it's a bit disturbing even, and it's just Final Destination Bloodline is also shot beautifully. The movie looks really good. Definitely a step up in quality. I mean, Final Destination 5 came out, I think, in 2011. This one came out 2025 this year. So it's been a pretty long time. It's been like, what do I know, 15, 14 years or something. But you can definitely see that this one is high quality. And they did a really good job at bringing back this franchise. It's like, they actually, I think they really stick the landing. I've got quite a lot to say about this one though. So opening premonition, it's really much like tension and stuff. It's nail biting suspense. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. You kind of know what's gonna happen, but it's just everything is just it's so over top. It's really brutal, and I'm gonna get into that more later. But also it's not like the other like Final Destination movies. It's still that someone has a premonition. Now it's this character called like, how have I forgot? I think she was called like Rachel or something. I don't know. She has a premonition. She has a premonition of her like grandmother or something, Iris, who was on this thing called the Sky View, and it was like back in the 60s or something. And yeah, I don't know, but this one is more about like a family. It's not just teenagers. It's like a family trying to escape death, and kind of the like relationships with other family members and stuff like that, and the loved ones. I think it's handled very well in this movie. Um, and yeah, so I think the acting here is pretty great. I think the characters are likable. Um, and speaking of the kills, you get some really gross, gnarly kills here. Some really gory ones. I wasn't ready for it. So in the cinema, I just looked at my dad, just like, and especially, you know, the piano in the opening scene on the ground. If you know, you know, because that right there, that was effective. I didn't think that they were gonna do that. They did that, and yeah, this is Final Destination movie is, just don't take it that seriously. It's a movie that takes itself seriously with the gore and stuff. Definitely, you've got some horrific scenes here, like horrific in a good way. If you want horror and stuff like that, but this movie is stupid. It has some very outrageous, just over the top deaths. Probably the most biggest ones of the franchise. A lot of the deaths here are really, really gnarly, really gory, but they are disturbing. That they are disturbing, and even though no matter how silly they are, some of them, like some really stick with me, and sometimes I even go back to this movie. It's just like, I want to see this movie again in the cinema. I want to, but I also don't. But so you got some great kills here, some really good kills, very gory and stuff, and very they really take the time. Some great fake outs. The movie's shot really well. You've got some good characters. I like it that they did something different with the story. You've got an amazing opening thingy or whatever, and the ending, even though it's like very, very silly, I still think it's just a funny ending and stuff. And the scene that you get with Tony Todd, rest in peace, it's a strong scene, and I think that they handled it in kind of the right way, as having his character, uh, having a little memory from his character, whatever. So This one I really, really liked. You've got some great music in this film too. How they have music in the scenes and stuff, and I really, really like this movie. It's very stupid, very over the top. But this movie is dark comedy. I don't care if it doesn't say it on IMDb. I don't care if it just says splatter horror or whatever. I think that at least this Final Destination movie and a few other ones, are definitely count as dark comedy, because some of these kills are just so gross and horrific and stuff and disturbing, but they're just so over the top so that you just can't help but laugh. And if you go into this movie and just don't expect it to be like this extremely serious horror film or something, if you don't expect that, then if you just kind of know what you're getting into a bit, I think you have a really good time with this one. So a great, after 15 years, this film, a new Final Destination film, finally they really did good with this one, and I really, really enjoyed it. And it is number 2 on my 2025 movies that I've seen rank list. Number 1 is Sinners. This is on number 2, Final Destination Bloodlines. It's like a 9 out of 10 for me. It's really fun. It's really fun. It's gross, gory, really fun. It's silly. It's over the top. It's dark. It's I really like it. That's about it. What are your thoughts on how would you rank these films if you have seen them? What do you think of the new film if you've seen it? Let me hear your thoughts, stuff like that. And that's about it. Goodbye.